Today, the moon goes into Gemini, where we shift gears from the earthy vibe of Taurus, where we've been focusing on the Venus energy and thinking about what we want, shaking things up and expanding into new levels of ability to have what we want. And thinking bigger in terms of what we want with Venus in Aquarius. And then with the shift of the moon into Gemini today, we are heading toward the Gemini full moon on Sunday. We also have Mercury, which is the ruler of Gemini, stationing to go direct on Sunday, just a few hours after the exact full moon in Gemini. So let's talk about what is coming up with all this Gemini energy. I'm Marina Orms here with your Astro Vibe for Friday, December 13th. And so just around 10 a.m. ish, I don't have the exact time in front of me, the moon shifts from Taurus into Gemini, and that's Pacific time. And so that shift brings us into the realm of more mental processes. So, thinking, ideas, curiosity, and opening our mind to possibilities. So, the best expression of Gemini energy is to have a mind of wonder, right? Just like a child, to just be in awe of what the world has to offer, what is around you, and getting that spirit of curiosity to investigate, to say, what is this? How can I learn more about it? Exploring ideas, deepening into our ideas. And because the full moon will be in Gemini, we are also reflecting back on how this moon cycle began and the energy of this moon cycle with the new moon. The last new moon was in Sagittarius. Sagittarius is about the bigger picture of thinking, of beliefs, of our paradigm, what it is we believe in, where we place our faith and trust. And Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. So that spirit of expansion and exploration and discovering new truths. So the Gemini Sagittarius dynamic is like having two sides of the same coin. So with Sagittarius, we explore answers, we derive truths, we create theories, we synthesize information to come to a bigger understanding. And with Gemini, we ask questions. So we break things down, we get curious, we explore, we collect data, we ask and inquire into what is going on at deeper levels. So Gemini is about the question, Sagittarius is about the answer. That's one way to think about it. Another way to think about it is Gemini is about the data points, the information, and Sagittarius is about the patterns, how we put those data points together to make meaning. So this is a moon cycle that is Sagittarian because it began with the new moon in Sagittarius. And so we are focused in the bigger picture on our beliefs and what we believe, what are the ways we see patterns or make meaning or tell the story of our lives, our experiences, where we find ourselves, at this point in time, and all those kinds of things. Then with the full moon in Gemini, we are reminded that whatever you think, there are more questions to ask, right? There's more to learn, there's more to explore and investigate and discover when you follow the path of seeking more information. So having a mind of wonder, getting curious, And we are, the full moon is on Sunday, but we're really beginning to step into that Gemini energy as the moon gets closer and closer to its fullest point. So we also have, along with these energies, Jupiter, the planet, is in Gemini. So themes upon themes upon themes. So we've recently had Mercury opposing Jupiter, with Mercury in Sagittarius and Jupiter in Gemini, right? They're in each other's signs. We had earlier this week earlier this week, the sun opposing Jupiter as well. The sun, of course, is in Sagittarius. So, so many layers of meaning here, but ultimately, it is asking us to really deepen into our understanding, our way of telling the story, our way of making meaning around our experience. So, how do we understand what's happening? How are we telling that story? And one question to ask is, are you telling the story of the glass half full, or are you telling the story of the glass half empty? And asking yourself, what serves you better? Right? So we also have Mars retrograde asking us to rethink our strategies. So so our thinking is part of our strategy, right? And so we can be looking at, how can I tell the story of what is happening, and frame it in a way that is empowering, in a way that has a future with possibility, with things unfolding in ways that can be according to my desires, according to what it is I want to see happen. So so as part of this Sagittarius moon cycle, we are telling this story, and we can look at how we are telling the story and ask ourselves, is there a way of telling the story that brings more possibility into my life? Then with the Gemini full moon, we have that reflection of the sun moon opposite and the moon in its fullness reflecting back to us, or revealing, right? Unveiling something about how we can ask questions, how we can work with information, how we can open our minds in ways that support the story we want to tell. So maybe that means finding data to support, your version of the story. And maybe it means sharing and thinking and having conversations and dialogue that explore possible ways that the story could be told. So there are lots of ways to think about this. It's a good time also for writing, the Gemini moon energy. So you could do some personal writing, some journaling, some just brainstorming, or thinking on paper, getting some thoughts out. It could also be creative writing. It could be conversation, right? Sharing ideas, writing to a friend, right? So writing something that you share with one other person even. So there are lots of ways to think about it, but exploring language and words and ideas and communication is a good way to work with the Gemini moon energy. And so much going on, so much to think about. So take good care of yourself. Give yourself some good brain care, right? Your brain needs to think, but it also needs rest. So good self-care means good mental health care, and thinking about that and what that looks like for you as well. All right. Thank you for being here. And if you're interested in learning more about the planets and how they activate your own chart, I have that special offer right now for a Mars retrograde reading to see where Mars retrograde activates your chart, what you are reviewing and learning more about, how You need to rethink your action plan, your strategies, and ways of moving forward that could be more effective in the long run. So check out that special reading offer I have. And thanks for being here and for subscribing to this YouTube channel. I'm Marina Orms. You can learn more about me at astrologyheals.com, and that special offer is available at astrologyheals.com. Thanks again. I will see you next time. Bye for now.